Good morning, fellow option traders. Welcome to the daily scan for Wednesday, April 17th, 2013. Now, I'm going to warn you up front. I'm a little drifty this morning. I did have my coffee, yes, but having a little bit of a problem focusing and concentrating. I tend to, as I was just, skimming around and looking at stuff, I was tending to just kind of drift off on a different tangent, and sometimes I would get to a certain place and I would think to myself, how did I ever get here? What am I doing? So I may drift a little bit today, and I apologize in advance for that. All right, first let's take a look at what is on tap for today. From an announcement perspective, we have a couple of people speaking. I'm speaking now too, but I don't see my name up here. We have a Bank of Canada announcement, and then we have the petroleum status report and the beige book coming out this afternoon. Nothing, I don't think, real exciting here. The CPI was pretty flat, nothing exciting there, and housing starts, the actual starts was up, but permits was down a bit, so there's probably like nothing there. And industrial production, I didn't look at that, but it did have a positive effect on the market yesterday, as we can see by just looking at we can see one of the ways that I like to do it is I just go to Yahoo and see what the closings were, because the thing that disappoints me a little bit about Thinkorswim is for the indexes, once midnight hits, boom, they get all reset to zero. I would like to see them, just kind of stay there and maybe change to a different color or something, so that people don't get fooled. I mean, if you're trading on this platform, you know what the heck is going on, or at least you should anyway. All right, so we could go to Yahoo. I go to Yahoo and take a look here. So Dow was up 157, and there's like all this clapping and cheering and all this kind of stuff going on yesterday that, it's like the biggest day of the year, and I don't know if it was or not biggest day for gains. I really don't follow that kind of stuff, but definitely the day before was the biggest day for losses, so it's beginning to feel a lot like 2008. To me. Anyway, this morning we're down a bit, and it's the Asian session that took the bite out of any sort of, I guess you could say, bullish sentiment out there, and we're looking at gold right now. By the way, I'm still in the GLD ETF, as you can see here, and I'll mention a little bit about that in a minute here. Oil's down at 88, and I don't really follow these other ones, but yeah, so that's it. That is it for what's going on in the world today. I want to take a look at, alright, I'm still in GLD, so let's take a look at gold futures. Let's bring up a chart here. So this chart is a 30-minute chart, and I'm showing after hours trades. And it's the light colored area here, and you can see here's the volume, and you can see that if you want to trade something 24 hours a day, gold is a good thing to trade, probably. I don't know how liquid it is. Actually not very liquid, because if we look at the volume up here, right there it is, there's like at the max peak here, what do we have here? We had 73,000 contracts traded in this hour. That was on 412 at 10:30 a.m. But here's the big hitter here, and I wanted to point this out. This is the Asian session. This is when China markets open. Hong Kong and Singapore, I think. So it's right around here. 21:30 is 9:30 in Hong Kong, and I think those markets open at 9 their local time. So here, and this is the bar end time. So this bar closed at 21:30. So this was a big drop, and you can see the range. There's a little range up here, and the range is 39. So it lost 39 points right at the open, and then it just kept heading down. So here's why I'm still in. So Monday night I was looking at it here, and the end of the day I was just heading down. After hours I was looking at it, feeling pretty smug, like maybe if it keeps going down I might pick up $1,000 the next day. Well, then I get up in the morning and it's already recovering, and then it's down a little bit, creeped down yesterday a bit, and we're pretty flat right now. So GLD at 345 right now, probably will get out of it today. I don't know. This is a June expiration, and I wanted to point out that all things being equal, theta here is 8 on that, or minus 8. So that means that if price stays static and implied volatility stays static, I'm going to lose $8. I guess I can live with that. But the problem is none of those numbers ever stay static. So theta is sort of a, throw a dart at a dartboard, and that's what it is at the moment. The next dart's going to land in a different spot. All right, now here's a couple other things that I did yesterday. IWM, I sold the 87, and I took it wasn't too bad. It was almost flat on that particular trade. So I was relatively happy with the pullback that we had. It helped me a lot in that. I hung on to the 91, and then I sold on May put against it. So that effectively I rolled the 91 calendar, and I collected $1.95 on that. And we can take a look at this, view the trade. So I collected $1.95 on it. It's now worth $1.62. So if I sold it today, I would make roughly 20 cents on that. Here's telling me that we made $65 on it at the moment. I'm not, I just don't, I have mixed feelings about rolling calendars. Maybe I'm no good at it. Maybe I'm just no good at calendar trades, period. I hardly ever really make any money on them. Usually end up kind of flat. But I guess we'll see. I just thought that I'd give them a try again for these insurance policies, and a couple of them have paid off. Some have not. So I've been kind of flat on that. MasterCard, I did exit that yesterday, and I took a 20-cent loss on that, I believe. Let me just take a look here. MasterCard. Was that in this account? Yes, it was. So I took a 20-cent loss on it. I collected $1.15, and I sold it for $1.35. So I lost 20 cents on that particular trade. If I was to take a look at a chart, here's that same chart again with the after hours on it. I would see that, at the end of yesterday, I would have been in pretty good shape. But when it opened and moved above my short, I decided to get out, as promised. All right, so that's enough for yesterday. Let's do something a little bit different today, and we are going to take a look at the account strictly from the monitor page without going and looking at charts or pictures or anything else. Let's just do this a little bit different. What we're going to be focused on is the profit and loss from the open and the delta column. Looking down here at Apple, we have a delta of a -6. So from any perspective, and this is a couple of bear calls, from any perspective, you have a delta, really low delta, you're in relatively good shape. Amazon is -20, and if we take a look at Amazon, the stock is currently trading at 271, and looking at this, you've got a couple of iron condors, and our shorts are at 250 and 295. We're trading at 271. That's pretty delta neutral. For iron condors, 20 delta on May, or 2 months of expirations. That's pretty good delta, so we should be pretty happy with that, even though we're showing a negative $90.50. If you look at the April calendar, we're almost right flat at zero, and we're a little bit on the hot side for the May, so we need a little bit of a pullback on Amazon in the coming weeks, and they have earnings coming up too. Baidu's, we're in trouble. That is a bear call that is in the money right now. If we were to take a look, well, we're not going to look at a chart. Remember I said that? But looks like it may move down, at least in after hours trading. It was moving down a little bit. CF, this is still the call side of Iron Condor that's going to expire Friday, and we're okay with that. That's practically no delta there. Chipotle, same story, only the opposite. This is the put side of a old Iron Condor, and that's in pretty good shape. MasterCard, this is an Iron Condor also for April, should expire totally profitable. Panera, was this part of an Iron? I think this was an Iron Condor, I'm not sure. Let's see which account it was in. Nope, that was an Iron Condor. So Panera, still the put side of an Iron Condor on that. Then we got our calendars. I'm not even going to bother looking at those. The Rut calendar, I don't know. I was thinking about maybe closing that. I'm not sure. And then we have GLD, which has tons of negative delta, so that's the way we like it. And IWM is a calendar. It just wasn't the calendar that I opened it as a calendar and it would show up here, but since I messed around with it, now it dropped down here, but it still is a calendar. All right, where are we here? We are at 13 minutes. We can just do a really quick scan here. Let's go to charts and let's go to style. I want to load our I want to load a grid. That's what I want to do. And I want to load the swing. And there we go. All right. 586 drawings on Priceline. Is that right? I thought I deleted those. You have 586 chart. Most drawings are on Priceline. Alright, so let's delete most drawings. We're just going to... Oh, I don't want to delete all drawings. No. Well, okay, so we're in April here. Let's just... I'm going to delete all these drawings just because it slows things down. Alright. Okay, we have a lot of drawings on Apple. Yeah, we do. We do. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'll mess around with that later. Well, see here, there are a lot of drawings here. Let's just zoom in a little bit here. Alright. Okay, we have a couple, we're doing pretty good on Apple here. So we have a downtrend, and we did get in on this one, so no entry on Apple. Let's go to the A plus list. Amazon. Let's make this a little bit wider here and squish this one down a little bit more, and let's change this time axis to, I'll leave it there. Alright, we have a beginning of an uptrend. Really no entry there. Here's our bear call that we're in the money on, but not too bad, only a couple dollars. So maybe we'll get a favorable move today. If we don't, I'm just going to probably have to take it on the chin on that baby. Baidu. We have a downtrend and a hook here, but we really didn't get a good confirmation on that. We have some confusing activity, and we have earnings next week, so maybe we just, I don't know, maybe we just stay away from that. I don't see anything there that is of any interest to me whatsoever. So I was thinking back here of a May bear call. Would have worked out pretty nice so far. And here's where I did it just as a test. But because of earnings, I decided to stay out of it. Chipotle. Alright, we have an uptrend. We have a secondary entry point, and we have earnings Thursday. Friday morning? Is that Friday morning? No, 18th after market. Okay, so that's tomorrow. Today's 17th. Alright, that should be interesting. Salesforce. Got their stock split coming up. And that should be interesting. That's tomorrow as well. Let's take a look at Google. They have an uptrend and no entry. MasterCard. We have an uptrend and a possible entry here. So that's one thing that I could do, is just jump back in on this and make up for the couple of dollars I lost on the last trade. So I am going to put an alert on this one. At or above, that's good. I'm going to create an alert, so I have an alert on MasterCard. And they have their earnings coming up here on 5/1, which is next week, or the week after. So that should be interesting. But we could stay in for a little while. I'm going to take this alert. Let's see. I'm going to take this alert off because I don't care about that one anymore. And we're out of this April, so I'm going to delete that drawing. We're still in an April Iron Condor. Alright. Netflix. They have earnings. 422. Alright. I seen anything here? Flat. No entry. I had a April bear call here that would have worked out. I had it in yellow. Price line. I should probably just get in on everything because a lot of my pretend trades end up working out. We have a possible setup coming here. Now I wanted to show you, we're going to put a target here. So I'm currently drawing ovals or circles, and if you click once and then start to draw the oval, and I see that if you press the control key, it turns it into a perfect circle, and release the control key and you're back to an oval. So if you press the control key, you get a perfect circle, and isn't that just wonderful? So we'll activate it and we'll just drag it over here, and there's your perfect circle, at least on a daily chart, or on this chart anyway. We have a little bit of a time compression here and time expansion there, but right here it's perfect. I thought you would like that. And then Panera, the last of the P's. We have an uptrend and we have a potential entry here too. So we'll just draw something that almost is a perfect circle right there. Okay, so I have to go back and clean up drawings. I could have sworn I did this last week. I'll do it again this week to get rid of these little green things here so I don't have to worry about them anymore, and maybe it'll speed up my chart response a little bit. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.